Dubin-Johnson syndrome. This is one of the causes for isolated elevation of conjugated bilirubin. The other causes are Rotor syndrome, as we know. Before going into the topic proper, we'll have a brief look into the bilirubin metabolism. Bilirubin, this is the hepatocytes, this is the biliary canaliculi, this is your sinusoids, that is capillary in the hepatocytes, and this is the space of disease. The bilirubin which was bound to albumin reaches the hepatocytes, and where the albumin is not taken to hepatocytes, and the unconjugated bilirubin goes into the hepatocytes, where it is converted into bilirubin monoglucuronide and bilirubin diglucuronide, which is then transported across the biliary canaliculi by the multidrug resistance protein 2. Some fraction of this bilirubin diglucuronide is excreted back into the portal circulation or sinusoids by the multidrug resistant protein 3, which is again taken into the hepatocytes by the organic anion transporter 1B1 and 1B3. A defect in this causes MRP, a defect in the MRP multidrug resistant associated protein 2 causes Dubin-Johnson syndrome, whereas a defect here causes Rotor syndrome. Coming to the topic proper, it is a benign, relatively rare condition. It is characterized by conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. All other enzymes are normal. The bilirubin can range from 2 to 25, but the patient will be mostly asymptomatic. Some patients can have mild fatigueness. Except for the clinically appearing yellowish discoloration of eyes, the patient will not be having any symptoms. And this icterus or jaundice gets aggravated during illness, OCP use and pregnancy. So any female patient who has this syndrome, the jaundice can increase during OCP use and if she gets pregnant. Coming to the macroscopic appearance, liver appears dark, that is black liver, due to the retained epinephrine metabolites in the lysosome, and this black color gets washed away if the patient develops concomitant viral hepatitis, but once the viral hepatitis gets resolved, the black color comes again. Bile acids, there is no problem in the bile acid excretion, hence the patient won't have any pruritus. Bromsulfilin test. Bromsulfilin test, when injected, it is taken into the hepatocytes where it is excreted. Since there is a problem in the multidrug resistant protein 2, it is not getting excreted in the biliary canaliculi, hence it reflects back into the systemic circulation, that is portal circulation. So this level, that is a BSP level in the plasma, after 90 minutes is increased. This is one diagnostic test for Dubin-Johnson syndrome, whereas no such reflexes are noted in the Rotor syndrome. Multidrug resistant associated protein 2 has been proposed as the molecular defect associated with this condition. Urine copper-porphyrin levels. Normally we have urine copper-porphyrin positive. Actually there are two isomers 1 and 3, of which normally in normal individuals isomer 3 predominates, whereas in Dubin-Johnson and Rotor syndrome the isomer 1 dominates, but the 1 contributes to more than 80% of the total urine copper-porphyrin in case of Dubin-Johnson, where it will be less than 70 of the total in case of Rotor syndrome. These are the differentiating points between Dubin-Johnson and Rotor, because both will be having isolated conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Oral cholecystography. During oral cholecystography, gallbladder can be visualized in Rotor syndrome, where it is not visualized in Dubin-Johnson syndrome.